I did my research project on social penetration theory. Um, Social penetration theory purports that there are four layers of communication associated with the relationships that we develop and dissolve with one another as humans. Theorists connected this theory or connected to often make an analogy that uh, this theory is like layers of an onion. That's how people are. You've got different layers. I think they said that in Shrek. You have different layers. Your outer layer is kind of your superficial layer. It's what people see. Um, it's you not sharing anything about yourself. And as you peel away the layers, you dig deeper in. And that's kind of what this model of self is. Rather than calling it an onion, it's the social penetration model of self. Um, so your outer layer, like I said, that's your superficial layer. Um, that's like your biological layer. It's basically what people can tell about you just from seeing you. Stuff like, your sex, hair, anything. It's what they see. Very superficial layer. You're not revealing anything that people don't, naturally get the idea of just by seeing you. Um, and then after that, people will move into the next stage, which is just kind of the orientation stage of communication. That's like when you first meet someone. Say you bump into someone at the subway, you guys strike up a conversation, but it's the first time you've met. Um, you're not going to, be talking about anything in depth. It's going to be a quick hello, talk about the weather, really not sharing anything about yourself, but it's just a small conversation. Um, it's the next layer. That's the exploratory affectivity, like exchange area. So it's after you've had a conversation, one or two, with someone. Once you've talked a little bit, that's when you're moving on to this next stage. That's when you begin to open up, let down your guard as you share information that's deeper than the superficial information. This could be stuff like politics, what sports team you like, stuff like that. Nothing too extreme, but you've gotten to know this person, so you're going to talk a little bit more. And that's where a lot of the times when we're talking about this model, we talk about breadth and depth. So if you want to think about that in different terms, uh, breadth is sort of like the breadth would be the range of topics that you talk about. Um, just the scope of what you guys discuss, and the depth is just how deep of like the personal information you're willing to share is. And the deeper you get, the closer, more intimate the relationship becomes. uh, so following this exchange period, this is, as I said, like this is where it starts to get more intimate. Maybe more romantic partners may be talking about more sex and intimacy. Friends and family at this level, that this is when they might talk about things like past struggles in their life, religious beliefs, things that are more personal to them than, like, say, their favorite sports team. Uh, this is when you can start confiding in someone. You start sharing what you truly believe in. And the final stage of this theory is the stable exchange. So this is the most uncommon stage uh, of the four, because this is a stage where you truly believe or can trust someone. You have a great relationship with them. This is when, no secrets. Let the truth free. It's it's kind of what you strive for in a friendship. Conversations flow easily. You're not afraid of being judged. Uh, the conversations that you do have, they're reciprocal. It's not, you're not just talking to someone, you're expecting a response. There's active listening involved. So yes, again, this is this fourth stage of the model, or the theory of social penetration. This is what you strive for. And again, it is the most uncommon. So after thoroughly researching this there are still several points that should be addressed, and it's just understanding the flow of information is the main mover in interpersonal communication, or relationship development, I should say, not communication. It could be for many reasons, but yeah, it's just a big thing is, again, it all comes down to the information. It's how much you're sharing, who you're most comfortable with. Yeah, and well, that's how the 4 layers are defined. It's, some people might share information right away, others might take longer. Honestly, it depends on the person. There's no right or wrong answer, but yes, as you move through the 4 stages and think about it more, you can judge for yourself which stage of the social penetration theory you fall in with your friendships and where you'd strive to be.